Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a topic that is one of the most important endocrine gland of our body, and it is pituitary gland. If we see its location, pituitary gland, that is the size of a pea, matar in Hindi, is a small projection, pea-sized projection that hangs from the base of the midbrain below the hypothalamus. If you remember the structure of the brain, there we have seen that the brain is mainly consists of three parts: forebrain, hindbrain, and midbrain, in which the midbrain is consist of thalamus and hypothalamus. So pituitary gland is located just at the base of the hypothalamus. Now, student, pituitary gland is also known as master gland. The reason is that the secretion, that is the hormone that is secreted from the pituitary gland, controls the hormones secreted from the other glands. That means the hormones that are secreted from pituitary gland will control the hormones secreted from thyroid gland, adrenal gland, pancreas, and other gland also. That's why it is called the master gland. Now, if you see the structure of the pituitary gland, that is not in your syllabus, but still try to remember it, that pituitary gland is consist of three major parts: anterior pituitary lobe, the posterior pituitary, and the intermediate pituitary. And each and every part, that is all of three, each part secretes some of the important hormone. But in our syllabus, mainly we will focus about the growth hormone that is secreted from the anterior part of the pituitary gland. Growth hormone, that is also represented at GH, that is the G for growth and H for hormone, and it is also known as somatotropin hormone. The reason is that this hormone, that is the growth hormone, is secreted from the somatotroph cell of the pituitary gland. That's why it is called somatotropin hormone. Student, if growth hormone is secreted in less quantity than the normal or the usual, then it is called the hyposecretion, HYPO, hyposecretion. And if this hormone is secreted in more quantity than the usual, then it is called the hypersecretion, and both are not good for our body. In case of hyposecretion, means under secretion or less secretion than the usual, a disease or disorder, not disorder occur in the children or the small child, that is called the dwarfism. Dwarfism, or the growth hormone in children, results in the dwarfism. The deficiency of growth hormone in children results in dwarfism. That means short height, slow growth, delayed puberty, bow legs, that means bended legs, just like a bow, tir dhanush, no, the bow legs, enlarged head, and some common symptoms of the dwarfism. And if this hormone, that is the growth hormone, secreted in more quantity, that is the hypersecretion, one disease or disorder occurs, that is called the gigantism. Gigantism means over secretion of the growth hormone that results in the more than the usual height. The person who is suffering from gigantism can achieve a height of 2.7 meters. That means around 9 feet, 8 to 9 feet in height. Bone length more than the normal, isn't it? And one more disorder related to the hypersecretion of the growth hormone, that is called the acromegaly. That is occurs when the growth hormone secreted after achieving the adulthood, that is after the 18 years of old. If the growth hormone then becomes hypersecretion, then the disease or disorder is called acromegaly. Here what you can see: excessive growth of the bones of the face, jaw, feet, hand, large nose. The nose becomes very large, the lips becomes very thick, and the space between the teeth also enlarged. So these are the two disorders that are related to the hypersecretion of the growth hormone, while the dwarfism is related to the hyposecretion of the that is growth hormone. Student, pituitary gland also secreted some of the hormones that like TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone, and GSH, that is the gonadotrophic hormone. gonadotropic hormone GTH actually. Many more hormones are secreted from the pituitary gland that you will study in the class 10. Till now you have this much in your syllabus. So if you have any question regarding the pituitary gland, text me. Assalamu alaikum.